So for the first step for Hannah's look is creating a part in the middle. She had a part in the middle. You can do like your side flip part and do it this way. I'm going to do it kind of like hers. So our first step is to, you know, roughly blow dry the hair. I already dried my hair, and then I just dried it. I put a little bit of, let me grab it, Moroccan oil in it, because I'm testing out the product. So I put a little bit of Moroccan oil in there. And now all we're going to do is section out a couple sections, and then we're going to start curling. So she had her front, obviously it was let down. So what we're going to do is we're going to create like a triangle. And I'm making it a little bit more explanatory. You can do it however you feel, that you just pull out your bang or whatever you have. So now you guys kind of get to see the triangle that I was talking about. That's what you have to do. Now what I'm doing is sectioning out the crown roughly, and I don't want to twist too much, so I just did one twist like this and just take a clip. A butterfly clip is fine. Clip that away. Now take any hairspray. I'm using this because this is what I could find. I couldn't find my Chi one, and I'm going to spray slightly away because this one shoots a lot out, and this is a very wet hairspray. To be very careful, you don't want to add too much because this one will crimp up the hair a lot. So you know, just use your hairspray that you have. Then what I'm going to do is take sections at an angle. Kind of like if you're placing foils, that's what we're going to do. Make sure you kind of do back and forth and stuff just to get a few not to tangle up. So just do back and forth, not too tight and not too loose. Now I'm using about a 1 inch, I want to say, curling iron. I'm not exactly sure, but it's this big. It's pretty decent size. Just don't use anything that's smaller than this. And always curl away from the ends, feeding the hair into the curling iron, the ends into the curling iron. Once you reach the crown, make sure you put a root lifting hairspray on there, and then curl about 1 inch to 2 inches away, because you don't want the curl to be really tight at the scalp. See how I'm this far away from the roots, or the scalp, I'm sorry. People don't like when I say roots on here. And I'm just going to feed the hair into the iron. And I kind of wanted to be very loose because this hair is shorter than Ashley Benson's or Hanna. So I have to kind of try to keep it long. See how it's giving you a nice curl. So just keep on doing that throughout the whole head. Now that the whole back is set with curls and you sprayed it, make sure to leave the front still out because we're going to work on this last. I know I have like a million clips on it, but yeah. So what we're going to do next is we're going to, you know, lightly spray it again. I'm going to spray it because I don't want the hair to fall apart. And I'm going to take part of this crown area because we want the crown to be full. We want the most height up in the crown. So I'm taking about this much. I'm not really worrying if it's going to screw up or mess up. And I'm taking it forward and clipping it up like that because the curl's already set in there. Then I'm going to run my fingers kind of through everything just to space it up and not be so defined. Now if your hair is longer, it's going to be easier because your hair is longer. So it'll be easier for you to create a bun. We're going to kind of leave the front out like this, leave it out a little bit. And then you're going to pull the side and create a bun. And hers was at the middle back here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take part of the section in the middle and twist it just like this. I'm just twisting it. And now I'm going to take hairpins and bobby pins, whatever you guys have that'll work for you. Feel free to work with that. Once I've created this base of where the bun's going to be at, you make sure it's secure because you don't want it to fall out while she's dancing, because in the episode Hanna was doing the little dance marathon. Then after that, once you've clipped this up, take these sections and just twist them like this and create your own curl. And this will look a lot nicer. Also, the hair is really not super long, but kind of the same length as Hanna is in the show. But I didn't want to use my other doll because I just like cleaned it. And I'll show you guys really quick before the end of the video why I didn't want to use it. I just cleaned it and it was like so pretty, so I didn't want to mess it up. And I'm just creating little curls like that. So keep doing that. That's what I'm going to do. Get creative with it. I am going to show you guys how I do it, but I'm going to speed it up. And you guys just kind of take it to how you feel it'll help you out, or just create what you think will look nice on there. Before I start speeding it up, I thought I'd show you guys how I lock in bobby pins. Hairpins instead of bobby pins. Because hairpins are different from bobby pins. This is what a hairpin looks like. I don't know if you guys know. It has a little round edge. What I'm going to do is I like to, okay, I'm going to create a curl first, and then I'll show you guys how I like to pin it up. See how I'm creating this little curl? I'm going to take my bobby pin, and when I slide it, like let's say I slide it in, I'm going to take it up and pin it down. That's how I'm going to lock it in. I'm just going to get the hair nicely soft again. And that's what's going to lock in our curl. And this is what we're going to do all the way to the back. If you have a lot of curls here, feel free to just take one apart because you want more of a defined, not defined, more of a kind of space-ish space. Not space, what am I talking about? A quick tip, you guys, if you feel like it's too saggy within here and you want this to be more elegant and pulled back, it's very simple. All you do is take a hairpin, open up that hairpin, lift that section how you want it, if you want it a little tighter or looser, and just slide it in that hairpin and leave that there. Then we're going to bring down our crown. Once we've brought down our crown, you can see we have all this hair that we're going to use to cover up. Now I'm going to take a brush and just slightly brush this. I mean a comb, why am I saying brush? And then I'm going to section out the crown and slightly just give it a slight tease. Not much because everybody wants volume at the crown. I'm going to tease it. You guys can tease it however you want. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing. Just pin the hair however you feel that will work best for you. Alright, do you guys see how we've created all these little just kind of curls down here? I know she had a little bit more of a bun, but I wanted it to be more creative, so what we did is we just rolled them all up, all the curls, and pinned them up. Now we're going to work on the front. And Ashley Benson, Hanna, whatever we want to call her, had us part in the middle, and my doll was already parted in the middle, so I'm going to part her in the middle again. And toss this hair this way. Toss this hair this way. And all we're going to do is very simple. Those sections we're going to part into two. See, I'm taking two sections. And we don't want this to be too tight, but we want it to be tight enough where it's going to last all night. So I'm going to take my curling iron facing away from the hair. A little bit, about 2-3 inches away from the scalp, depending on your length of hair. And I'm going to focus a little bit more on, the ends area. Not so much on the ends because you don't want the ends to fry, but in the shaft. Then this one, we're going to do almost the exact same thing. I'm just going to give it a little bit of height, but just curling really quick, just like that. See how I just did that and it gave it so much height? I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take my curling iron. Now we're almost done with Ashley Benson's look, Hanna. These two right here, these two curls up here, they're both very different. I curled it differently. So what you can do is just run your finger through it. You're going to want this to be very loose by the end of that, by the time you leave your house and go to the dance. So I'm going to brush mine through really quick. But brush it like with the curl. Just like that. And you're going to want to kind of slightly push it back because you kind of want it to fall back there. See how it's creating like a draping over your face? I'm going to do this all on the other side as well. And if it's too heavy, because this one seems a little heavy, I'm going to take about a little bit of the undersection out, and then take this curl and just take it back and pin it up. Just like that. And that's how you get Hanna's look. It's very, very simple. You know, she looked very elegant in her outfit. And I'm gonna turn those all around so you guys can see a little bit more of the detailing in the back. I will try to take pictures of this because I know I get asked that a lot, to do more pictures and stuff. So I will get more pictures up. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a very simple and easy tutorial.